Alright, this week's toy haul, I was pretty excited about some of these finds. Went to a few stores that I don't typically go to and was surprised at some of the cool stuff that I found. The first being Dollar Tree. So Dollar Tree, everything's $1 there, and I picked up a G.I. Joe, a mini little figure there, and I picked up a Snake Eyes. And I think it's kind of cool that, I mean, you got the actual G.I. Joe. I can't believe this is hardly licensed for $1. It says Hasbro on it even. So there's that. So there's a $1 figure of Snake Eyes, and that's a nice little oddball size to help fill in an oddball space. And I've done a video on these before, but these are little action figures of Transformers, Grimlock, and Starscream. So that's pretty cool. I remember having Army Men as a kid, and I thought, you know, I don't have any Army Men on display. And they were just $1, just like the other items I've shown you so far. And who doesn't remember having a cheap junk dart gun before they actually got into Nerf? And I thought, you know what, that's kind of a fun little thing to display. I mean, I don't know that I had this specifically, but I sure had cheap junk dart guns, and that's kind of fun to throw in the collection. And then I used to have a police car collection, and I don't think I had this exact police station, but I had something very similar to it, where it had a little garage door that would close down, and it was just a little police station that I had. And at Dollar Tree, they had a police station with a police car. This is absolute junk, but I thought, you know, that's kind of fun that I had a police station similar to this in a collection before. And then they had a construction zone, authorized personnel only. It looks like an old abandoned schoolhouse or fire station. And then there's the fire station that goes with it. So the complete set, $1 each. And I thought, you know, that'll be kind of fun to hang on a peg. It just helps sell that idea that it looks like my toy collection is an actual toy store. Ordered and received my CM Retro Gaming decal. And I don't know where I'm going to put this yet, but I'm going to have this somewhere in my toy collection. And it seems like a really thick, nice surface quality decal. So that'll be put somewhere. Found a Hot Wheels Premium Thundercats Classic Thunder Tank. And I think that this is a really good idea, bringing back some of the playset vehicles from our nostalgic childhood. I think if they made G.I. Joe vehicles in this scaling, like the boats, the planes, the tanks, the vehicles, transports, I mean, I just think that those would be super popular, and I'd be just enthusiastic to collect them all. I found a Blitzwing at GameStop. I liked that triple changer tank airplane. Who wouldn't want to transform from a tank to a airplane to a robot and back again? Shows the different series. I am not a Funko Pop collector. They don't really appeal to me. I do appreciate that they make figures of things that have never been made into figures before. They have some Dumb and Dumber Funko Pops where they're wearing their goofy tuxedos, the orange tuxedo and the blue tuxedo, and I was super interested in picking those up, but I can't find the blue tuxedo. I don't know if that's going to be released at a later date or if it's exclusive to a different store. I could find the orange tuxedo at several Walmarts close to me, but I couldn't find the blue one, and I wasn't interested in only having one. And I've seen a lot of different figures that I was like, oh man, that'd be really cool to see that action figure in something other than a Funko Pop. But when I saw this Bob Wiley, where he's got the rope where he's presumably tied to the mast, and he's got his hands flung out like he's flying, and he's screaming, he's sailing. I thought that was a pretty cool scene, and that's a pretty cool little figure. I really don't think that I'm ever gonna buy many Funko Pops, and it's gonna have to be pretty, just really unique, something that I've never seen before, an action figure that's never been done before by any of their line. So that was kind of fun. Found a 3 3/4 scale Star Wars action figure set. This is the Galactic Empire, and you've got a Stormtrooper, a Scout Trooper, a Snow Trooper, a pilot, and an Astro Droid. And boy, that's cool. My favorite, these were probably my 3 favorite Star Wars characters in the action figure line. I loved the Stormtrooper and the Scout Trooper, and then the Snow Trooper was pretty cool too. So I think that those really look cool. And then to have it in a little box set like this, I think that that's going to display really nice. This, I believe, might have been a Best Buy exclusive, and that's where I picked it up. I've actually seen it and been watching one of these, or watching this set for almost a year now. And the Best Buy close to me, the only ones that they had were super beat up on the outside of the packaging, and I wasn't going to buy a box set to display that was all beat up. And then they must have replenished some of their stock, and they had this one, and there's a couple little blemishes on it, but it's overall in not bad shape, and I think it'll display all right. I have been looking for this since I heard about its announcement, the G.I. Joe Cobra Fang. I picked up one of these at a garage sale when I was a kid, and it had all 4 missiles. I'm not sure if it had the bomb underneath it, but boy, I loved playing with the helicopter. As a kid, I really liked to play with toys that would fly. I mean, this didn't fly, but I mean, like, it's a helicopter. You flew it around the yard. You didn't have to crawl around on your knees and roll a little vehicle through the grass. This, you could have your adventures flying through the backyard, and I really enjoyed that. This isn't an exact copy of what was available in the 80s. I believe that this tail section was longer, and they shortened that. I don't know if that was to keep this box size the size that it is, or what, but that engine being so close to the tail there, I mean, not quite what I remember it being. I think it's cool that it comes with the action figure. I really wish that they would have just had it assembled and had a clear window that showed the vehicle. Maybe this is what it looked like when you would have bought it in the 80s. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that the 3 retro releases of the G.I. Joe vehicles are similar size in box size, which will make it easy to display in its own column, and I don't have to worry about each box being a different width. So that's kind of convenient for display, and I've been looking for this for a while, so that's exciting. Found a 7-inch scale box set of Batman and Joker. I believe that both of these figures are available separately, but they don't have the green toxic slime or whatever that is all over the Joker's face and on Batman's arm. So apparently they're doing some kind of battle, and the Joker probably shot Batman with some toxic spray from his flower. He comes with a pistol and some chattering teeth. Batman has a few accessories himself. I already have probably 4 of these McFarlane Batmans, and I really was kind of wrestling with whether I was going to pick this up or not. I'm not sure that this is going to stay in the collection. I might actually return this because I feel like I already have a lot of Batman. I don't want to over-represent DC. I am more of a Marvel fan myself, and you know, I feel like I've got some cool Batman figures all ready to display. And then the exciting part of my week. I have been wanting to pick up the Mario Kart Yoshi collection here, and there was a part of me that wanted to just buy the entire box and buy all of the eggs inside of it. But if I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna guesstimate that there's probably anywhere between like 20 and 30, maybe a 35 or 40 of these eggs inside this box. And at $5 a piece, it's like $200 to buy the whole case, if that's how many are in there, or 40. And I sure don't want to shell out that kind of money. So I waited until the box only had 2 of these eggs left in it, because I didn't want to like say, oh, I want the box, so I'm gonna take out 30 of them, set them aside, buy 10, and walk away with the display box. I waited until the display box was nearly empty, purchased the last 2, and then went to another Walmart. And on these, you can see that there is a little code there, the P01A semicolon. The P01A doesn't mean anything, it's the semicolon. That's what the semicolon on this side or on the beginning of the code. And there's a slash, there's a dash. I forget what the 4th one is, but that code there with the little character at the end or the beginning, that designates whether it is the black Yoshi, the white Yoshi, orange, yellow, blue, light blue, green, or pink. So I had picked out all of the different variants, and I have all 8, and you can see here that it looks full. I can tell that it's not. It's basically just got a layer of eggs across the bottom, but with the display stand, it kind of helps sell that idea that it looks like I have a toy store, and that is my collection of toys. So that was pretty fun to be able to pick up the display box. All right, well, there is the toy haul for this week. I mentioned it in the last couple videos that I have been kind of killing my time with a little more aggressive toy hunting. My wife and children and I sold our home, and we have been looking for another home to purchase in a quieter neighborhood. And so we're in a tiny apartment, we're all on top of each other, and you know, just to kind of get out of the apartment, I've been going toy hunting, and gosh, I've been really successful and excited to pick up some things. But at this point, I have reached a point where I am going to have to sell things to continue to buy anything. I am pretty well tapped out resource-wise. I mean, who really has excessive money to spend on hobbies? These last few weeks of toy purchases have really been funded by selling toys that I no longer need in my collection. And I'm anticipating having some more to sell, but I've been waiting to see what kind of space I have to work with. And my wife and I put an offer in on a house, and it was accepted. So that's exciting. We need to get it inspected and appraised, so you know, I'm not gonna hold my breath just yet, but we were able to find some place, and we got the offer put in, and it was accepted. So I think the toy hunt is probably going to come to a drastic reduction over the next month while we make our preparations to move, and it'll probably take me a good few weeks to a month to get everything set up. But I am excited to show you what this collection looks like in this new space that I'm going to put together. All right, well, thanks for checking out my videos. We will catch you next time.
I'm really, really sorry. I apologize unreservedly. I offer a complete and utter retraction. The imputation was totally without basis in fact, and was in no way fair comment, and was motivated purely by malice. And I deeply regret any distress that my comments may have caused you or your family, and I hereby undertake not to repeat any such slander at any time in the future.